Welcome back to Jimmy's Toys. I'm Jimmy. Today we're going through another toy pickup haul, whatever you want to call it. So y'all come along for the fun and we'll take a look at some video games and some toys. While you're here, might as well go ahead and like and subscribe and all the things if you like what you see. So first up, we're going to jump into some video games, then we're going to jump into some toys. Both of these have some kind of hard to find things, and hopefully you enjoy taking a look. So the first up here, we have 3 items for a fairly recent game. This summer, a Wii game was re-released on the Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, now in HD. Have the game. Also was able to find the Joy-Cons, which were hard to come by, especially if you want to pay retail or less. Found both of these at Walmart, and so Walmart has things like Joy-Cons for less than the normal retail value, and so that's nice. I know I saw these selling for over $100 fairly consistently when they first hit the market, and they were hard to find in stores, and so that was kind of fun to find. And then also something that was extremely hard to find, and I think it still is the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD Zelda and Loftwing Amiibo. I was able to just randomly look on Best Buy one day and it was in stock. I had placed an order and the order was approved and it came through, because sometimes you place orders for things that get canceled or whatever. So I was happy to get those part of my collection here. I know some people were upset because they felt the Amiibo had kind of a paywall thing to get a quality of life type issue with the game, but I honestly don't mind the fact, in general, if you want to leave down on the ground, you just go to a statue and you go back up to the sky. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, it might take you a couple minutes to find another statue, but they're generally speaking not too terribly far away from most of the places you're in, at least where I'm at in the game. I haven't quite finished that game out yet. But anyway, I like all 3 of these. I'm glad to have them a part of my video game collection, part of my Nintendo Switch collection. And speaking of Legend of Zelda and the Nintendo Switch, I was also able to pick up the Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. I have this game on the Wii U, I had this game on the 3DS, didn't get the Switch edition until now. It's kind of pricey. I think it's probably out of print from best I can tell. I know I saw it on sale on the eShop fairly recently for around $42. I think it was $41.99 here in the US. But yeah, these are generally speaking more than retail price as far as what I've seen on Amazon and on eBay. I was actually able to find one, I think, for $40 something, which is cheap from what I can tell. And it came with the case and the cover and the game, and all was well. A couple more random pickups here in the video game selection for this video. I found the Super Famicom F-Zero at one of the local kind of craft malls, I guess is what you call those. I don't know exactly, but it was fairly inexpensive. I have a couple other Famicom or Super Famicom games I've gotten over the last few years. This store, generally speaking, has a little booth with video games, and they generally have a lot of Japanese games. And since I have one of the Retron 5 HD, I can play those type of games, whereas in the past I would not be able to. And so picked up that. Also found another Hyperkin product, the Retron, I guess maybe the original version or one of the early versions. Just Hypercon Retron, and it looks really old. It's just the Nintendo. It has AV out, and you can plug in the original controllers there. I haven't tested that out yet. It was cheap. I figured I'd pick it up, add it to the stockpile. Another couple things I found in the video gaming things. I actually picked up 2 copies of both of these. I'm only showing one here in the video. The Ubisoft Starlink Battle for Atlas pilots. I found Levy McRae and Razor LeMay both at the Dollar Tree. They're $1 each there. I picked up 2, and I was thinking, I have an art channel here on YouTube, and I was thinking at some point trying to get into starting to paint miniatures, and maybe those will be 2 fairly inexpensive little miniature models I could use to paint. And so I have a couple of those open sitting on my desk here, and so maybe a future video on my art channel, Art with Jimmy, I might paint those. I should have a video coming out on my art channel soon where I start dabbling for the first time with polymer clay. So anyway, that video hopefully will be out soon. So we move over to the toy side of things. There's a couple more things here. One seems to be hard to get. A couple of the other ones maybe not hard to find, just more kind of pricey, more than what a retail price generally speaking would be, which is, I don't want to pay those, and I hope you don't, honestly, with scalping and things. I'm not not a big fan when something comes out for 20 bucks. Next thing you know, it's 50, 60, 80 bucks. Just don't like it. But anyway, so I was able to find the Target exclusive G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Island Baroness with the Cobra Coil for retail. And they had it there, at least briefly, for retail, and I ordered one and I got it. Again, whenever I place orders like that, I'm always wondering, okay, well, if just because the order went through, will it show up in good condition and those kind of things? And it did in this case. And so it's really neat. I have a couple of the other G.I. Joe Classified figures. I haven't gotten super heavily involved in any of the collecting specifics here recently. I'll get into that in a second, I guess. Again, all the ones I have are Cobra figures, which is, it's cool. I like Cobra. I like G.I. Joe. So anyway, that was a fun find, and I'm glad that I was able to get it and came in good shape. And then also, as of today of recording, I picked up this Masters of the Universe Origins Battle Cat at Walmart on clearance. It wasn't a huge sale. It's a few bucks off of the Amazon price, about $7 or $8 off the normal retail price. But that, again, I haven't gotten real heavy into that line. I just have He-Man and Skeletor, so this is really the third of that line that I picked up. And I'll go ahead and jump into, I found another couple of things at the Dollar Tree. I mentioned this Battle for Atlas pilots. I found two Masters of the Universe micro collections, Orko and Man-at-Arms. Again, these were $1 at the Dollar Tree. I always thought it was kind of fun, thought it was kind of nice. I'll put them on the shelf with the other He-Man stuff I've gotten in the last few months, and so kind of makes me happy. Next up, sort of tangentially related to He-Man, I found the WWE Masters of the Universe Kane. And so it has that He-Man look, except for, it's based on the wrestler Kane, who, as far as I'm aware, is retired. He's a mayor, and I think it's Knoxville, Tennessee nowadays. Anyway, I thought this was kind of a fun. I saw it on clearance again at Walmart. Walmart does weird things with toys, it seems like. They had a couple others. I thought about picking up Bill Goldberg, but I didn't. But, it is what it is. I can't buy everything, and I don't try to anymore, which is a healthier place to be. A couple more items on the list for today. I was able to find at GameStop the Hasbro quote-unquote Kenner Star Wars Retro Collection Cara Dune from The Mandalorian. I know with her being fired from the show, I think some of the products were canceled, and the other products that were out there seemed to have been kind of expensive, at least for a little while. I was happy to find this one and get it for a good price. I got $5 off the $12.99, so pretty much a little less than normal price. So that was cool. And then last but not least, I found a Shazam action figure for really cheap. I forget exactly what it was, but it was cheap, and I picked it up. I'm not always leaving stuff in the package. I will open things from time to time. In this case, the packaging didn't really do much for me, so I just went ahead and opened him up and put Shazam on the shelf next to some Marvel figures, even though he's a DC guy, and I thought that was fun. So I think that should bring us to the end of this quick pickup video, toy haul, game haul, whatever you want to call it. And so if you've enjoyed anything you've seen here, don't forget to click all the buttons. Until next time, peace.